Today on Friends from College, we're talking about soccer, broom closets, and strippers. Actually, no strippers. All that with special guest Jae Suh Park. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here doing Friends from College.
What a throwback.
Such a great song. Classic. Yes, we are covering Season 2, Episodes 3 and 4. We have a full panel today. I'm so excited to get started. I'm one of your hosts, Marisa Serafini. Joining me, I have...
Hi, I'm Maddie Pocks. Happy to be here.
I'm Courtney Allen.
And I'm Megan Lynn. What's up, guys?
And excellent. And if you don't notice, we have a special guest, Jae Suh Park, joining us, who plays Mary Ann from the show. Welcome, Jay.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank
you, beautiful
so much.
ladies. Very excited.
Very excited. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Your
you.
character, Mary Ann, is so funny, and we'll definitely get into it, especially from Season 1 to Season 2, and just your evolution of the character. And, there's so much to talk about, but before we really get into it, I want to hear your quick overall thoughts of these episodes 3 and 4. Manny, let's start with you.
I think it was really funny, and Ethan and Lisa are coming out of their shell a bit, and they're trying to move on, and same with Sam. So I really loved that, and it was fun, the bachelor party, and them going out and salsa dancing or whatnot. So, yeah.
You know what? I feel like such a struggle for Lisa because I think she tries so hard, just like from like everything that happened with the falling out of her divorce. I just feel like she's trying so hard to make it work, but she always ends up like crashing down no matter what, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing how Marianne's kind of trying to heal that relationship between Lisa and Sam. I'd like to see more moments with them together. I really want the friend group to fully be back together.
You make it your wish.
And Jay, now coming back into Season 2 after Season 1 wrapped up, what are your thoughts of going back into Season 2 and like revisiting all your friends from college?
Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun just to shoot the show. Everybody is so great. So it's just like camp. You know, we go and it's like 2.5 months and we just have so much fun. So that, for me, is great. And I just love where everybody's going, all the characters. I love the fallout from the affair and how it's going. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some fallouts from relationships, friendships, and hopefully we can get into some more newer relationships and friendships throughout Season 2. And to clarify, we are covering episodes 3 and 4. I personally have not seen past episode 4, so we're all just progressively getting through the season. So if you have out there seen past it, please no spoilers, because we're really enjoying it as we go along. So
And you just hit upon the new relationships. You guys have already met the two. Well, Charlie, you guys have already met, and you've already met Meryl. So yeah, there's some new stuff.
Interesting characters those two are. Let's definitely get into it. So for episode 3, Out All Night. Ethan. We actually start the episode with Ethan and Lisa signing the divorce papers, and it's so awkward but also painful at the same time.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, Ethan seems like he's like grasping something, and he wants, I don't know if he wants closure or whatever, and she's just not really giving it to him, and she's just like, you know what, I'm done, just doesn't want to talk to him,
and she shouldn't give it to him.
Yeah.
She has every right to not give it to him. And he's got all that guilt, so
and it seems like he's still in love with her, but he also, likes Sam, so it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and Courtney, I forgot to say welcome to the panel. You weren't here last episode, but what are your quick thoughts of Ethan and Lisa and the fallout from them?
Ethan is such a sweetheart, so it's like hard to be against him. Like obviously everything that he did was terrible to Lisa, but he's such a sweetheart, and it's like he's so in love with Sam, and it's an unfortunate situation, but I think my favorite part, like with her signing the divorce papers, because she's totally entitled to every way she's acting. When she like grabbed the M&Ms and she was like, peace, and she like just bounced out like, I'm out of here, like peace out, see you later. I loved that part. So I think that her having those little moments, I'm like, yeah, girl, like do it. Like, you deserve that.
Yeah, I really just want to see her start to enjoy her life. When we saw her getting out and about a little bit, but I'd love to see more of that, especially with the girls.
Yeah, definitely. And I did also, in addition to grabbing the M&Ms, but how she was removing the tabs of where to sign.
Yes,
Just like every little thing.
Yes.
He's like, are you allowed to do that?
Totally
He's
illegal.
like, remove text. Yeah.
Totally illegal. But it's like those little things just to set him off, because it's like he was in the wrong for the longest time. So even something as simple as that, it's like it's just a little payback, just a little bit, in her own way. But we see her trying to move on with Charlie and trying to get more engrossed into his life and all of his activities, and trying to get into that soccer game, which she's so clearly like stuck out like a sore thumb. But how do you think that all went down? Like trying to really play along, but not really. It was more her frustrations getting in the way.
I feel like Charlie is a really passionate guy, and not just in a relationship, but in everything that he does. In soccer, when she brought up doing IVF, he was really into that. And I feel like because he's so passionate about everything, he's kind of blindsided that she, I feel like, is trying to push down a lot on the inside and not think about the affair or the divorce and just move full speed ahead. But it's not the same level of passion he's on.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa's a hot mess. And, I mean, he's got to know that, but I think he wants to save her. I think it's that classic, like, I've got to save this damsel in distress. And we all know that that's kind of not how to have a relationship, but I think part of it is, like you said, his passion for just, like, trying to save her. I think that's kind of where his mind is at. And she's a hot mess. So men love that. So
Right. Courtney, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that sucks about the dynamics of their relationship is I just feel like it's so friendly and there's not really like a deep connection there, and you can all see that, and I think that's a little upsetting because I don't think she's used to that, but she's definitely trying to make it work. But you're just like, girl, you don't think it's gonna work,
Right.
Yeah, and when she was saying, I want to do IVF again, and then, she slips out, oh, I cheated, obviously, and then he doesn't, like, have a reaction. He's just, like, ignoring everything. So I think at one point he's just going to, like, explode. Because,
Was it really a reaction, or more so he's so sweet but also naive at the same time?
No, I think when she says that she cheated, he thinks it's the soccer match,
mistake,
right?
yeah.
That it hit her hand and she cheated. I
Yeah.
don't know if you caught that. So I think that's what
Hardball.
his mind is not. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely plays into kind of like the naive aspect of him. He's just very happy-go-lucky, too. I don't see him getting very upset.
Right. Do you think this will work out, though? Do you think Charlie will actually commit all the way through? Because Ethan couldn't. Do you think Charlie could?
I don't think they have the chemistry for it to work out. I think that he would be willing to suppress that and even accept the fact that maybe she would never be fully in love with him. But I don't know. I don't think it can fully work out.
yeah.
I could see like it may be like them getting to the point where she might get pregnant, but I don't see the relationship working. But I think they could get to the point where they might have a child. I don't know. I don't want it to, but
He's a likable character, but I just don't see her like for a long time with him. So I don't know if they'll last.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't see longevity between these two, even though they are cute together, and he's good for her now, but her trying to jump back into IVF, she's just trying to find ways to be happy, and not for the right reasons, I personally think.
Yeah, it's too soon.
Yeah,
Too soon for that.
What are your thoughts about how Lisa's going about trying to resolve her issues with the relationship?
Gosh, it's so hard because I know how it ends. So, I think you guys are definitely on the right path when you say that this is not the right guy. I mean, it's obvious to everyone that he's a rebound. Maybe it's not so much to him because he's such a great guy and he really sees her in rose-colored glasses. And he's removed. I like the fact that he's not part of the group. I like that he's kind of just like a fresh, person. But yeah, the whole IVF thing, right? It is her way of kind of just trying to be happy, trying to move on. I think that's the big thing. I think everybody wants her to move on, and who's to say that? Oh, after a year you should be moved on. Like who gives that
time
timeline?
limit, yeah.
And I think she feels a lot of pressure, to move on and be friends with everybody, and it's really hard for her. It's a hard season for her.
Yeah, understandable too, because a lot of things have, she was wronged by so many of the people that she loved. Her husband, her good best friend, even Marianne at some points. But
I was just trying to do the right thing, okay?
Right. But that's the great thing, and we'll definitely get into episode 2 very soon, but like your character Marianne is so consistent in trying to be like the good friend towards both Ethan, Sam, and Lisa, like all of them. And I enjoy that. You're a consistent thread throughout.
Yes. I think it's very important to her to keep everyone together. She considers everybody family. She loves everyone. It's just I kind of feel like she's the den mother and everybody's her kids, and she's like this earth mama who just wants to keep everyone together and everyone really happy, and might not always be the healthiest things, but ultimately everyone loves each other, and I think that she knows that. So that's a driving force for
I kind
her.
of see it on the flip side that she's kind of like the kid after the parents' divorce, and she's trying to keep everyone together.
Yeah, that's probably part of it too.
Yeah, a little bit.
And when Lisa and Sam meet, it's like they're trying to do the best because you told them to keep
I
it
know,
together.
I know. It's hard. It's hard for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a hard situation. What do you do?
Yeah, you're stuck in the middle.
LLT ran in the chat, says, love Marianne, especially during the engagement party. I was dying at her reactions. And he's hoping for season 3 sooner rather than later.
Oh, yeah, that seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Because it took, I think, over a year for it to come out. And the first season as well, we shot it probably like a year and a half before it came out. So hopefully this won't be, if we
As
go
long of a
on,
wait.
then it won't be as long of a wait.
Yeah, there we go. For the other side, we covered Lisa and Charlie, but now we also see Ethan trying to move on a little too quickly. He gets set up for a date, which did not go well. We kind of knew that was
goes on
going
a
to
date
go.
with one of their friends.
On
First date.
On the exact day you
weird.
sign your divorce papers. Like, that's...
But
That's
once
a lot
again,
to
everybody's
unpack
just
there,
trying
right?
to move on. That's the thing. Everybody's just forcing themselves to move on, and it's painful for everyone.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
Max was trying to be nice and set it up. Like, he should have left after he introduced them, I guess, but he was also super drunk.
He got drunk.
So.
Yeah.
I feel like Max
Endearing.
is another one of those characters like Marianne, where he's very much stuck in the middle of his
Yeah.
friend's divorce.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he does not like it either.
I'm just trying to get married.
So the date was very short-lived, and that forces them, well, not really forced, but that makes all of them want to just have a night out on the town, and they end up at this weird club. And, of course, Sam gets stuck in the closet, the broom closet. Do you think this is good karma?
That's my worst nightmare. Getting stuck in a closet.
I mean, because, like, episode 1...
She already got
episode-
sprayed by a skunk.
Yeah, she got skunked, and now she's getting stuck in a broom closet. Like, karma's hitting her hard.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. It was the best when she, the janitor finds her, and then she's like, someone peed in there. It's like, obviously that was you. But it's funny.
3 times the charm. I think she has more coming for her, for sure.
I don't feel bad at all for her, honestly. I think she needed to kind of sit in that closet and think about everything that happened to her and the damage that she's done,
Yeah, and I think it's just metaphorically she's stuck in a broom closet, like she's stuck with the dirty mess or the thing that can actually clean up the mess, and I think it's good to get her stuck into a place because she brought it upon herself. She really did.
And Ethan. Takes 2 to tango, ladies.
It does.
forget.
I'm waiting for Ethan to get
Yeah.
his comeuppance too. So we'll see maybe if we see that throughout the rest of the season. If he finally gets some, I think emotionally he's suffering.
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely
For sure.
see that.
Yeah.
And Lisa's getting more of the physical brunt of everything, and Ethan's getting the. I'm sorry, did I say Lisa? Sam's getting the physical, and Ethan's getting the emotional. But we see at the end of the episode they're still texting each other.
Yeah.
Ethan still wants her.
I was so annoyed at that. I was like, come on, like, you need to text Lisa. You need to be texting your ex-wife. Like, it was just sad that was the text he sent out, and it's like, alrighty.
Should he be texting anyone? Should he even be, you know what I mean, at this point? Should he just leave everyone alone? But I don't know. So I take it you're not team Ethan and Sam, like, even with the divorce and everything.
I'm not. I really am not. But I feel like they're going to end up, like, because their attraction's so strong. And it's like, you can tell they can't even deny it. Like, they try, and they can't. And you can see it on screen, so you're just like, this is going to happen.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to root for them to be together, but they're just, like, so good together. And it's kind of like that nostalgia of, like, a first love, college sweethearts. That's hard to get over for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I don't see Ethan and Lisa together again, but I don't know. They had that moment in the storage closet, and she's trying to get pregnant. I don't know. I see kind of a correlation between that a little bit. I don't know if,
Right.
I don't want to make any predictions, but.
Not yet. See, I'm not really a team per se. I just don't want them together now because they already did so much damage being together in the first season. So right now it's just be good adults and just stay separated for a while to clear the air, heal some things, heal some wounds, because right now it's just too soon for them to still be together.
I feel like it's the same way with him and Lisa, though, because I feel like that's become a toxic relationship too at this point, and they kind of bring out the worst in each other right now.
But and we did see flashbacks. They brought out some of the best of each other too in the flashback moments. Yeah. So I'm very torn between everybody. But that pretty much wraps up episode 1. Before we move on, we always want to say thank you to all of our fans and listeners and audience out there who's always rating and commenting on YouTube and iTunes, and it really helps us out as a network.
Absolutely. So before we go into our next topic, we just want to say thank you so much for making AfterBuzz TV the ESPN of TV talk, and we really need your help to continue to grow. If you're on YouTube right now, hit your thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in our conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV means a lot to us, and we truly appreciate all of your support and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends, and please keep watching our shows.
Yeah, and I'm in the live chat right now, so if you have any questions, send them in. If you have any theories of your own, send them in.
Yeah, and predictions of who ends up with who, definitely let us know, and we'll see who was corrected near the end of the season.
It's Marianne and Max. We end up together.
I knew it.
Oh, God.
Could never trust that, Max.
You're like friend soulmates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are fun. They're fun together. All right, moving on to the bachelor party. Again, we see Lisa and Sam at the beginning trying to make amends, but Lisa's still not having it. Rightfully so. But at the suggestion of Marianne, you're the one who wanted them to keep them together, or at least talk it out. Have a moment where they can civilly talk it out. I think this was mature on both of them. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Lisa was really, really cold. I don't blame her, obviously. I think she did the right thing to just, stand up for herself and just be like, you know what, we're never going to be friends again. Just leave it at that. Let's be civil. And yeah, Marianne was great for suggesting that, so it wasn't awkward at the bachelor party, right? So that was good. It was good to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to forgive Sam either, I don't think, at least for a long time. I don't know, would you if you were in that position?
Oh, no. Oh, hell no. I'll have no fury.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, it is a difficult situation, obviously, because they will be in the same room, whether they like it or not, maybe not as often as they might have been, before. But, yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, she's going to need time. It's just such like a... Yeah. So the conversation already happened at the restaurant, right, before?
Yeah.
And then she asks the thing about when we went on that ski trip.
Yeah.
Right, that happened, right? Oh, that was like... That was rough, right? That's rough. Like, I'm never going to believe anything you ever say again. And that's how I would feel, too, moving forward. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because those are moments that it makes Sam realized like the damage that she has done, not just today, but like all things in the past are now completely ruined, because it could have been moments that she was sleeping with Ethan during the moments where they were supposed to be happy, memorable moments. Now they're all ruined.
And it's not even just their relationship, it's the entire friend group, because they were all together so often. All of it's tarnished.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was Lisa, I would just be going through every single day in my head, going crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be around any of the friends. I feel like it would just remind me so much of everything.
Well, it's been a year. So I feel like Sam has done some soul searching. I know that her and her husband had gone through therapy and they decided to stay together, and I kind of feel like that had happened. I don't know what Lisa kind of did as far as her therapy. Obviously she's still angry, but I almost feel like the therapy that you do like on your own, it doesn't really mean anything until you're thrust back into that situation, back into that friend group. How is that? You think you've grown and matured and gotten over it, and then you see that person, all of a sudden you're just like, it just comes out, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of anger still.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, the wounds are still fresh there, so. But on the other, so simultaneously, Max and Felix are having their bachelor party, and of course, Nick is trying to throw this awesome bachelor party, which it does not even scream Max's name whatsoever. Like, do you even know your friend? Private jet to Atlantic City.
Just really failed. So I think there are certain areas that are still kind of okay, like Hopin and stuff, the outlets I loved, but there are certain areas that are really like deserted and grimy, and they were like, don't ever walk here by yourself. Like, always tell us when you're going somewhere. Like,
gosh.
Yeah, so that was not fun, but I think that's what happened with Atlantic City. A lot of it's deserted.
That's a shame.
What would you do
don't want that
if one of
reputation.
your girlfriends threw your bachelorette party?
Well, I think Nick really just kind of want that idea of, obviously he's completely off base. Like, I think his idea of just that gay, like, trashy, guys in thongs, like, his idea just didn't pan out the way that he had envisioned. But I think he just decided to go really trashy. I think that was his idea of what a gay bachelor party was, I think. So
But we got David Beckham and Posh, or so we think. Man, that was funny to watch.
That was so
like,
funny.
What are you doing? Because it really could not get like as crazy as them just getting to the point where they're just imposters and posing as other people that they aren't.
Yeah, I love the two other gay guys who run up to them in the casino.
he's like,
anything like But yeah,
Gay icon.
he's like, he's a gay icon, I swear.
Yeah.
I would never, if I saw him, be like, oh my god, that's David Beckham. Like, it didn't look anything
completely
like
ridiculous.
him.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, and I love how it just keeps going all throughout the night until they eventually get to the carnival amusement park. But like throughout, you just see the slow deterioration of Lisa and her. She tries to play a good, smart game and like tries to be civil, but like you can tell she's just getting more wrecked emotionally throughout the episode, and it's showing. It's showing a lot. What are your thoughts of just Lisa's behavior in all of this?
You know what? When she started boiling up and she came out as Baby Spice, I was like, no, please don't do this. Just go back. Please just go back, because it was kind of sad to watch the more like time went by, and she was like, oh no, you can have the spotlight, because Sam felt so bad, but it was just watching someone die slowly kind of.
And she wasn't even drunk enough, I don't think, to merit that behavior. But I do think Sam really handled it well and understood why she needed that moment, and that was sweet to see.
Yeah. And I think it was also, Lisa obviously had a hard time seeing Sam still be happy. Like, she didn't want that. It's like, you don't deserve to be happy right now. You don't deserve to have fun. I should have fun.
Yeah.
And it just didn't, it backfired on her so quick.
I just think for both of them, and really for all of the characters, like, pain and heartbreak manifests itself in different ways. And for Sam, I think it's a lot easier for her to go out and suppress everything. And for Lisa, I think she really wants to, but it just doesn't work. Like, it's not true to her nature.
Yeah, if I don't blame Lisa. If I was seeing this and I would see Sam getting all this attention, I'd be like, okay, you basically ruined my marriage and, I don't know, my life. Why, I don't even want to look at you getting attention and trying to be this funny person. I would just leave at that point, I think, if I was at the carnival. But it's good that she kind of stayed and tried to be civil and stuff like that.
Work it out.
Yeah.
Work it out. But poor Charlie in all of this.
Yeah.
Trying to be the good boyfriend, the good guy, passing out on that ride. First of all, I would never go on that ride. But I think Charlie fits in pretty well with that group. Do you think? Yeah, I think so.
I think it's just his happy-go-lucky spirit, and he wants to make everyone happy, gets really excited about everything he's involved in, so I think that works out. He's definitely not as judgmental as an outsider as Felix was. Yes. But I think at a certain point he's going to crack, because I don't think he realizes everything that's going on underneath the surface.
Yeah, give it some time. I think he's just kind of new into their friends group, and then once something kind of affects him more personally, then he'll be like, okay.
Because he doesn't know anything, right? He doesn't know that. Yeah, I don't think he knows anything. At
He
this
thinks
point.
she just
Like,
cheated in soccer.
Yeah.
Right. Again, like, painfully ignorant in a good way, in like a very endearing way.
No, he's so sweet.
Yeah, in a very endearing way. And, like, I do like him because he is a nice guy. And I'm like,
he's like a puppy dog.
This group,
I want to protect him.
Yeah, as terrible as it is, this group can ruin him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, he's too nice for this group.
Yeah, he is. He's too good for us, for sure.
Gonna
I know that sounds
Charlie.
terrible.
Yeah.
But, like,
He's literally Charlie Brown.
Like,
Sweet Charlie Brown.
I'm glad he's there though. I'm glad he's there for Lisa, because I feel like that's exactly what she needs right now.
Yeah.
You know, exactly.
just a good guy. Good guy to treat her.
I hope she can take the time to realize what she has, though, in that, and to step away kind of. I know she's been through a lot, but I think in terms of him, she's being selfish, because I don't see any real intentions with him other than to get what she wants out of the relationship.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, but he kind of came. He just came at the wrong time. He might have been the right guy, but he just came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's not his fault.
Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah.
Not his fault. We've all been there, ladies. Whether we came in or we accepted that person. So, yeah.
Definitely a rebound, but a good moment for Lisa to heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
That healing moment.
Yeah, not like she needs a man, but he definitely is gonna give her some more confidence again, and have like someone for her and make her trust someone again, and it's good for her, because I would hate to see her alone, grieving that relationship and dealing with Sam and stuff. So that's good.
Yeah. So, anything else about episode 4 that you guys really enjoyed? I think one of my favorite moments was when Lisa. Not Lisa. No, actually, it was Lisa. When Lisa threw the dice, and the security was like, "Thank God you're here, some lady."
That was really good.
Just like perfect slow build up of like a grenade kind of joke, and I think like the comedic timing was brilliant.
Yeah.
A lot of great moments throughout the episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, I like how it didn't. When she got kicked out of the casino after that, she didn't go back to the hotel right away. They all came out and they're joking around, and they ended, the episode on the beach, and they were just having their salty taffy. What is it called?
Hot water taffy.
Yes, that's what it is. And they're just kind of joking with each other. They're like, "Oh, there's a used condom," and blah blah blah. So that was good to see, instead of her just kind of, giving up and going home.
Yeah, they had a moment. How about you, ladies?
I mean,
Favorite
it's
moments?
almost, I feel like it's like that moment when you've been up so late and so long, you're just kind of slap happy, and I feel like no one had the energy to argue with each other. I mean, Charlie, he might have a concussion. I'm really worried about him.
know.
Protect Charlie at all costs.
It's good to fall asleep. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that anytime anything at any point with the friends gets really, really tense, luckily someone does have everyone's really comical, so there is a joke to kind of relieve that stress, and I think them being such a tight-knit group of friends really makes that clear, which is nice, because sometimes you're like, this could go really bad. But then someone makes a joke and it's okay, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like at the end as well when Ethan knocks on Sam's door. I thought, oh my God, something's gonna happen. They're gonna sleep together again. But then, she's kind of like, good night. So I liked that. Maybe
Growth.
they will. Maybe they will
God.
hook up again. But
I'd have to say that was growth on Sam's part, where like she wanted to. They were both thinking it, but like it was growth on her part to say no. Go to bed. Have a good night. I'm like, all right, girl, at least you realize, the wrongdoings that you've done, and you're not making those mistakes again, or at least not right now.
But even in that moment, I could feel and like sense the chemistry between them.
yeah, I feel like everyone would have found out if they did end up hooking up that night because they're all in the same hotel. So good for them for not doing it.
Right. So I want to get into you, Jae, and just like filming of season 1 and season 2 now, and like just really the whole production of this. But so for Netflix, it's just me being the film major nerd that I am. How exactly do you film for Netflix? Do you do it in like episode by episode? Because I know some shows like do it in blocks, and some are actually here and there. But do you actually do it like chronologically?
We don't. We shoot it like just a very long movie. We block shoot everything. So if there's one location, we use that. So that whole week will be everything in that location. For instance, like if we're doing something in Sam's home or something, we'll just do all the scenes. So so it's just like one long movie.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's very neat.
So are there situations or scenarios that you personally could relate to Marianne with? Like, with the whole friends, seeing them, breaking up and getting back together and whatnot, like, does that have, like, a soft spot for you?
The craziest thing was after we shot that first season, my very good friend confided in me and said that her very good friend was having an affair.
Oh.
And so her and her husband, and then her very good friend and her husband, they were all very tight-knit group. And so she's like, I'm Marianne! I don't know what to do! I'm like, oh my God. So, yeah, that was a year ago, so the husband, like, never found out. And, they've moved on. I believe she might have cheated on him again with somebody else. But it was very, very difficult for my friend because they would have these group gatherings, and her friend was like, don't tell your husband. Like, you have to swear to me. And so she swore, and she's like, and she couldn't say anything. But every time she saw her husband, and then, and the friend and the other husband, she would just kind of like not know what to do. And I was like, that is so unfair. I was like, Sam, that is so unfair. How dare you do this? So I kind of felt like, just the art imitating life, whatever that is. And so like I said, I think after all this time, he never found out, so So who knows? Or maybe it will happen, and then we'll see what happens in their drama.
Right. Hopefully it won't be as bad as the situation that we're currently witnessing in this season.
Yeah.
So do you think in real life you are like Marianne a little bit? Or do you think it's pretty challenging to play her?
In real life, well, I definitely can relate to her. Just her desires, her needs, and what just kind of motivates her. I just think in real life, I'm not really like her. Like, I RSVP to weddings. I believe in marriage. I feel like I have a little bit more of an understanding of social clues. But I do understand her, and especially her role in the friend group and the importance of keeping it together for everyone. I think that's very, very sweet. I think there's a very like a sweet, innocent wisdom that she has I wish I had more of, and that I think is just because she's very optimistic, and I definitely relate to that. I think I'm a very optimistic person. Yeah, and I will hold. I mean, I will take a secret to the grave. Like if somebody, if a friend asked me to hold something, yeah.
Oh, that's
very good. Very good.
Loyal.
Yeah. Like you said, she's not really into monogamy, but would you like to see Marianne in a relationship on the show?
I would love it because I would love her to be challenged, because I think she's so true to who she is. She believes what she believes, and she is very happy-go-lucky and a free spirit, but I would love to see that, only just to see how she would react to that, that kind of challenge of like loving one person, and so that I would really love to see that.
Yeah, I could see that. I would like to see that too, actually. So what has been like your up until like season 2, episode 4, what has been your absolute favorite scene to film for whatever reason, whether it's just like so funny or...
Up until that season?
Yeah.
Because there is something that's coming up that is my favorite.
Okay.
Yes. But I will touch upon it only with this. I love doing like scenes with the girls. Like it's so much fun. I love doing, the girls' night out, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really, really fun. But one of my favorite scenes that I got to shoot, it didn't make the cut. So can I talk about that? I don't know if I would be giving anything away. I might be. I don't know.
For this particular season?
Yeah, I will be, so I can't. I can't. But
Well, we'll just have to have you come back.
Yeah, I would ask that one.
yes, but I will have to say that there's so many fun scenes. I love all the party bus stuff last season. That was really, really
A
fun.
wine episode.
It was really fun. Like I felt like we were really drunk because so much of that was shot on a soundstage with like a fake bus. So when you're in like this fake bus with fake air and just pumped, that fake oxygen or whatever it is, and the steamy thing, they were doing, like you start to feel high or something. You start to feel drunk. So I really felt like we were just being a bunch of kids, and I really enjoyed that. But I feel like we're always just acting like a bunch of kids, which is really fun.
Yeah, and it's always fun seeing everybody together, especially, when we had the group scenes with all the friends. And I just want to know, how much is actually, like, actual improv? Because we know Keegan does a lot of improv on his own. But, like, how much is really improv and how much do you actually stick to the script?
Well, we always make sure that we get whatever is written. Like, that's done. And then a lot of times they'll, whoever's written the episode or directing the episode will just throw out lines at us, like, for the next take, say this, say that, or we have the freedom to improv, and then they'll just keep it rolling. Like Nick Stoller, who was directing the episode, he was like, those really annoying actors who are just going around going like, me, my, and doing like, like really crazy. He's like, I just want you to do something really annoying and like, preparing yourself as an artist. and that all of it made the cut. So that was really fun. Yeah.
That's so cool. And, like, that really challenges you as an actor to get, like, a brand new material before you and, like, you just run with it, literally.
Oh, yeah. It happens
That's so fun.
quite a bit. Yeah. You're like, oh, I memorized this whole monologue. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're not doing that one. We're doing this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. But it's fun. It's also fun because they are open to the improv. They're not, like, married to the script. Obviously, you have to hit certain points. And then they also, like, really write for you. And once they kind of know your skills, what you can bring, they really try to exploit that. So it's like really fun, and they trust us also.
That's good.
They know that they can give us this, throw out lines, whatever, and we'll do it, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, you're 2 seasons deep now, so hopefully there is the trust within the actors and what all of you are capable of.
Yeah, and we have the trust like within each other as well. So it's super fun.
Yeah, and it's definitely fun watching you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us for episodes 3 and 4.
Thank you.
Before we go, we're going to wrap it up with some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Now, Jay, you obviously can't speak to this because you know what's going to happen, but Maddie, what are your thoughts what's going to happen?
Is it bad to say I think that Sam and Ethan might hook up next episode? I don't know. There's a lot of tension and chemistry, so I think they're going to get connected next episode.
Okay.
So that's my main prediction.
And they're both divorced, right, at this point?
Yeah.
Or
They're
one's
officially
divorcing and one's, so it's,
Courtney?
I kind of want Lisa to get pregnant. I want to say that maybe I'm going to predict that, but that might be a very deep prediction. But I don't know if it's like that's a prediction or I just want her to have a kid.
Right.
Because that one scene with the kid, I was like, oh my God, she's really feeling this.
She had that natural maternal instinct. Right, Megan, how about you?
Yeah, this might be aspirational, but I feel like Ethan might get to a point where he wants to go back with Lisa, but I would really like for her to be happy with Charlie or with someone at that point. I think that could be interesting, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm going to say my prediction last week. I'm still rooting for Lisa and Nick because I think their relationship and chemistry is great. And I think Nick would make her happy too. Yeah, and Nick would actually care for Lisa too. So.
He's fun.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in. That was episode 3 and 4. I've been your host, Marisa Serafini.
And I'm Maddie Pocks. You can find me on Instagram at Maddie Pocks. Thanks, guys.
I'm Courtney Allen. You can find me on Instagram at Courtney Ray Allen.
And I'm Megan Lynn. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Megan Lynn TV. Come chat about the show with me.
Right, and Jay, everyone can follow you at your social
Instagram at the Jae Suh Park.
There you go. Follow her. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Your character, Marianne, is
you.
fantastic. And we're looking forward to watching the rest of this season. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.